we go. Hey,
We're
y'all.
live. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome
What's
to
up?
Exhilaratepodcast. This is Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Hey, girl, hey.
I'm Q.
Hey, Q.
Hi.
And then we
And I'm Jenice.
Hey.
Nice to meet everyone. My first podcast.
Yeah.
You've been wanting to do this.
I have a lot to say. Well,
Yeah.
lots to tell.
I'm glad you rolled with the punches last night, and you're like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. So
I do everything.
Thank
I'm always
you.
like up to
Thank
something.
you. Always. That's why we're friends.
it'll take you a little water break before you go back. Yeah.
Maybe
Drink
a shot.
some water with us.
Water? Yeah, I can drink some water, I guess. I look thirsty.
Cheers. So what you been doing this week, Bree? Good job.
Oh, I want to talk about it.
Oh God.
She knows.
Yeah, what you been doing this week?
What I've been doing, I've been at Pro every day. Last night I did karaoke for the first time in like years in front of everyone just because it was like the last 10 minutes of the bar.
Y'all did karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay, we definitely have to go. Let's go.
It was Como la Flor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Salinas.
Yeah, you know.
For Salida.
I was really shy and awkward, and then I was like dancing, like I don't know. Only did it because, like I said, the bar was ending like last 10 minutes. So if I embarrassed myself, then no one's gonna see
that
it.
Liquid courage too, yeah.
Dude.
I did. Well, I chugged it like the very right before I went up. I had just arrived, so I was like, I took everybody's drinks, and then I went up. So it sounded okay, and as the alcohol hit, I sounded better.
Too. I'm so shy.
Or at least I think I did.
And that was a good cool down song too, last 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Stop all that gyrating and shit.
Yeah.
Put everyone in the mood.
Yeah. Kind of in the mood, and then they all went next door because it was R&B night as like side of the bar at Pearl. I don't know what I did Wednesday. Oh, I had to check my calendar actually. I need to look at my. I don't remember anything unless I look at my photos. So I record and I take pictures of everything I do because I'm constantly doing something. I haven't been home at all
I'm
this
the
week.
same way. We were like let me check my calendar. Both of us. Let me see what I'm doing.
It's okay if you don't remember. It's not an interrogation.
It was yesterday. Oh, but I want to share. I know I did something. I know I did something. I just don't know what I did. I'm an open book. Let me look at my camera. Hold up. I don't want to show.
So the reason I have my fave gays, well, Q's already stuck with me, but my two fave gays today is because we want to talk about hookup culture.
Whoa, hold on.
Heck yeah.
Yay, Pride Month, though.
It's
Shout out to the Pride Month. Yes. And don't forget my people. Shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
Juneteenth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
we all in
2-1.
this thing. Yeah. We're all in this thing. And then, Dawn of the Cancers. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, some sound effects to it.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to get that shot real quick for sure. You should have done it since we're your fave gays. How dare you?
Dun, dun, dun.
Shout out to everything I missed.
As the camera zooms in on her.
Don't. I had a long week, Q. All right. Leave me alone.
I know.
Is that what I did?
It's okay.
What day was that?
Superman came to the rescue.
Superman.
Shout out to Superman. Right? Yeah, save my girl.
Yes. Both of y'all really are.
Mm-hmm.
You're like Batman and she's Superman.
I don't know.
No, okay, you can be Spider-Man.
No, I'd rather be Spider-Man.
Okay. So Spider-Man, we got DC and Marvel then. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's my favorite superhero. So.
Okay.
It works.
I'll take the Man of Steel.
And they both say I'm the Mary Jane that they always have to save me.
Lois Lane for me.
And Lois
Mary
Lane.
Jane for you.
I don't know why I thought of Princess Peach, which have nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with either of those. But.
I didn't want to be the damsel in distress. I like being I want to be the ninja.
What?
I want to be the ninja, but it's okay. We all need help sometimes, and I would be there for y'all too.
What's her last name? Ninja Turtle. April.
Oh,
your
cat?
Mutant?
I don't know. Anyhow.
I forgot.
But yeah, hey.
Okay, so Pride Month, and then are we talking about hookup culture, about like everything?
I like to have a different perspective, some different, I guess, since both of y'all are lesbian, how
what
you guys
you were too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already told you there's no eye candy in Pearl for me. What are you
that's well, it's also because there's different like
I know it's not
types.
like specific to.
Well, it depends if you prefer like masculine or feminine. There's definitely way more masculine
Really?
on there. Yeah.
I didn't
for sure.
notice.
Yeah, and then I prefer feminine, and then that doesn't really occur. Except the only time I see the most feminine women is probably like Latin night, which is actually gonna be tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow.
Once a month.
We're going.
It's once a month because it's DJ Von Kiss, who comes from California, who holds the Latin night there.
That might be cute.
I'm
I
picking
got
you up.
invited to a swingers party tomorrow night. So
I've
you
been to
did?
swingers parties.
a private party. I was
Oh.
Oh, well, that sounds just as fun or better. I don't know.
I have not been to any swinger events.
Well, there's a. Have you been to that one bar that's Marfrelli's? That's a swingers bar.
One, but I don't remember the name.
It's next to Perry. It's like on Gray Street. It's like near here, like 5 minutes. We can walk.
No. I didn't go there.
It's like very dark, and you go upstairs, and like there's a bunch of couches, and it's so dark, and there's like curtains, and people are looking like, and you know, like swinging around.
Yeah, my experience. I was just telling you about it the other day, right? It was,
Oh goodness.
anyway,
Anyway.
bad etiquette. But before we get into hookup culture, I got to read this definition, and Bree, it's gonna be real good for you.
Okay.
So, according to Wikipedia, hookup culture is one that accepts and encourages casual sex encounters, including one-night stands and other related activity, without necessarily including emotional intimacy, bonding, or committed relationships. And it's not limited to physical sexual activity. It can be kissing too.
Really? Like just kissing is considered hookup culture?
You know how girls are? They just like to make out at the end of the night. That's kind of hooking up.
Yeah, I guess in a way. I mean,
In a way.
if it's in that definition, I believe you.
So
It is.
I guess
I mean, if you don't want anything more than whatever pleasure you get from it, right? Because
Physical intimacy
Yeah.
in general. That's
Yeah,
like basically what it is.
Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't have to always be like intercourse. It could just be making out.
Mhm.
Okay, so then I fit in the make out, or not the hookup
because I
part.
told you you're gonna love this definition, yo.
Oh, I'm enlightened.
You're like, I do.
I did. I partake in that.
Hook up. You hook up.
Not that I don't judge anyone. You can ask them. I have friends that do everything. Like I have friends that are celibate, like me, and then I have friends that are, they're very
For the
open and they
streets.
hook up, and I still love them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
I'm
just
one
'cause
for
they're
the streets.
Just because for the
I'm for the streets.
I love you.
Yeah, Bree,
I still
tried,
love you.
I tried, but you got a little taller in
But-
that chair than I expected. But like, what's your motivation for hooking up? Like, I'm for the streets, so it's just pleasure.
they're for the
if
streets.
That's something I'm doing.
Yeah, just keep a record. I don't know, experience.
Experiencing
Like
being young.
being young. I mean,
Mhm.
like I'm 27. I only have 2 summers left before my 30s. Like that's all
Same.
I got left, and so
Same.
today's the youngest you're ever gonna be. So
Yeah.
show it, live it, and experience it. That's why I do it. I mean,
And it's different because y'all are lesbian though.
Not necessarily, because we're talking about pleasure, but when you're in the lesbian community, like once you hook up, like you their girlfriend, and you're like, no, that's not what I came here for, type thing.
it's all about communication because
Even
yes, I've been in
then-
situations where like
even
they think
then-
you're theirs now for doing that.
Even then, trust me, it never works out like that.
Really?
It's worked out. I've hooked up with my friends, and I'm still friends with them.
I'm like, you hook up with your friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you don't.
Nah.
See, this is why we're
And then-
opposites.
That I like that. I
I've
like
been
the
with all my
opposites.
friends. Yeah.
I have been in a relationship with one of my best friends.
Mhm.
They were my friend first, and then we dated, and now we're no friends. But
We're the opposite. See, that's opposite. I hook up first, and then I become friends, like closer. Like we bond.
Really?
You know, but
Okay,
that's
okay. I was like you're just your homies.
No, I'm not like,
It's
what's up, homie? I'm bored. It's like 12 o'clock
That's what
time.
I'm thinking. Like, hey, this was your
Interesting.
friend.
He's like, right now I'm single again. No.
I guess I can understand it not necessarily like ending right there or becoming
Right.
a relationship, but you do build some kind of friendship out of it.
Yeah, like so it starts off like, you trying to talk in that way, you flirt, you're trying to get to know them and see if it's even worth your time as a relationship. When you realize it's not, then it doesn't mean that relationship has to end in that way. You don't
Right.
in an emotional, romantic way to
Right, yeah.
get to know someone or keep them in your life.
Mhm.
And so typically, I mean, you hook up because that's part of a relationship, and you to understand like I mean, I've been in relationships where I did not have good sex, and it was hard to keep that long, and I could not stay, even though they were a good person. It's just that sex is important.
Yeah.
So that's why you kind of do that in the beginning,
You definitely
and then you
do.
realize you're not.
You know how I feel about
Yeah,
that.
it's.
I'm with you though. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you enjoy their company, but just not in the way that you want to see them every day or spend the rest of your life with them. Situation.
See, she makes a
Okay,
point.
shit,
Remember
that's
we
a
were
good
talking
point.
about one day the other day. I feel like we talked about so much. It like reoccurs in some kind of way. When we were talking about how like when you have connections with people, it's not necessarily even supposed to transcend sexually because maybe the sex is bad. Maybe you just had a connection and you're supposed to be friends.
Yeah, we're supposed to be friends. Yeah, and y'all are we're just figuring it out as humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the communication too. It's like you just have to stand like, that was fun, or it wasn't, whatever it went. You just say like, I'd rather just be friends and leave it there.
Mhm.
But you also have to take the initiative to continue to hang out, because if y'all make it awkward after or don't hang out after that, then that's when the weirdness kind of happens and you feel like y'all ruined it.
Even
per
even
se.
with communication though, there's still a possibility of like some kind of physical or emotional injury in some sort. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's still on the table, even if you
It
mean
still
well and
is.
you talk through it. Like people still get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know,
Agreed. And
and
that's
hooking up can be dangerous.
yeah.
It can be dangerous.
Disease-wise,
Just
yeah.
get checked, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just
But
always
even
get
more
checked.
than that, you have to be aware of your surroundings because you can end up in like some kind of sexual violence.
Mhm.
Because you think they're
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah. That's.
You know what I mean?
I have plenty of friends that experience sexual assault, and then
Mhm.
they have to get surgery because of
Drugged.
God,
Man. Ugh.
because of the aftermath. It's
Ugh.
just
Ugh.
I'm very fortunate and blessed that I have not experienced that.
Yeah, girl,
I'm
'cause
just
you-
very, very
Sometimes you be having me recently. I'm like, baby, please stop.
baby.
Don't do that
No,
anymore.
no, no.
Don't
And
think that no
and
more.
and that's why I've been like, me, I'm very, very selective on who I like
Mhm.
sleep with. I have to have a bond with you. That's just how I am. I've always been like that. I don't think that'll ever change. Like I just have to have that bond there. I have to know
Well,
them.
fortunately for us, there will be no babies that'll come about.
Yeah,
So
I'm the only
talk
one
to your
that's
girls.
Yeah, I am sure if I could, I'd probably have like a lot of children.
I would have made that
running around.
mistake so many times.
I know, I'm
Like on purpose, let alone just the accident.
Yeah.
That's
like this the one.
Right?
No, and that's another reason why I'm waiting till marriage. Because if I'm married and my husband knocks me up, then we're
That's not a
fine.
knockup.
Right.
That's not a
Well,
knockup.
it's from my husband, so I'll be. That's why I am celibate until I'm married, and a lot of people will not like get that in this day and age. But I
Yeah.
talked to my grandparents about it, and they were like on board because they're like, yeah, that's what we used to do. That's normal in their generation. And then I have, of course, a lot of friends that are doing the same thing I'm doing. You
So
know.
do you want me to arrange a marriage for you also, or what?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I'm good. I love you, but I'm good.
Man, please. I wouldn't even be able to go through with it. Like, break.
So what if
There was
like
nothing out there.
what if you like wait till marriage to have sex and then it's just like terrible?
That's what everyone says. So
she keeps saying, "Oh,
so
you love each other.
okay,
It's
so
gonna
what
be
I
good."
was talking to her about and tell everyone what I've done in the past. I have a bond with that person first, and like I can always tell with the kiss. Like with my first, I waited till we were boyfriend girlfriend, so I made him wait like 3 months. But like just the way we made out, we made out all night, and I was like, okay, the sex ended up being good when we got together, and then so I started using that like compass, and then it would happen with the same thing with my second boyfriend. I made him wait because I've known him since we were in high school, and he was a hoe. So I always made him wait, and we always made out like crazy. And then so as adults, when we got officially together, the sex was good. And then same with this last boyfriend, we were friends since we were kids, and so we like made out all the time. And I had my surgery, and we couldn't like have sex, so we didn't sleep together until like months later. And obviously we wanted to be together, and then obviously the sex was really good. So I started using that as in like, okay, if the connection is good, the sex is good. That's just how I've experienced. Been my
your
experience. Mhm.
Well, that's a good experience for you.
That's
I
good
always
experience for
you could
I
always
didn't have that
you could
experience.
always tell by the kiss though. It's like
Mm-mm.
Well, at least with me. And then the connection too. When we have that connection, like that mental bond, we have that. I don't know. And I noticed when the kissing was horrible, like everything was just off. So that's just been me.
It could also be a mentality. Like sometimes you have to be in the right mindset to be, I guess, like turned on. It's like kind of like foreplay in a sense. You, even though you love the person, you have to get started in some type of way before you just like go straight into like just sex. Like it's like I don't know how to explain that. Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know if it made sense.
Like when you have that foreplay, it makes up for what might be a bad experience or bad sex.
Yes.
Because I mean that's really everything anyway. So after that, I'm down for foreplay.
I mean, shit, if me and my husband, like, we just have to have that bond and that compatibility. We have to have everything else. Sex is like, shit, if it's bad, we can just go to sex therapy. I don't know. But obviously we'll teach each other and learn. But I just feel like I'm going to do it. I'm doing it this way. I had 3 failed relationships. So I want to do it. And I want to make an episode about that. Q knows and but it's a whole thing. It's like a whole spiritual thing that I'm doing for myself that I've been learning and studying on. And I have other people that are doing it this way. So I want to try it a different way, not have another failed relationship. And it just makes sense. My grandparents are still together.
Do you think those relationships failed because of sex?
No, definitely not. I feel like I held on to them because of sex. Like, that was the opposite problem. It has always been the opposite problem. Like, I'm like, you know what? This is so toxic, but I'm going to stay because the sex is awesome. So I feel like now that I'm doing this, I'm taking away that lust and that, like, you know what I mean? The things that really don't. Sex is important, but it's not everything. So towards the end of all 3 of my relationships, I was really holding on because the sex was just so good with them. But it's just...
It sounds like as long as you have an emotional relationship, then you're fine.
Yeah. I think that's just how I was made.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like no right or wrong way. It's just what feels right to you. So I just felt like doing that, having an emotional bond with, a man is just right for me. It felt right having that first.
That's how I feel with like women too. If I want them to like touch me, so I'm very much a top, and I can touch the people like in the like a hookup like culture. But I won't really like them touching me unless I actually genuinely want a relationship from them. I don't know how you feel about that, since you're like, you're also lesbian. So,
I'm just different. Though.
We are obviously different.
I'm different. Yeah. Pull up to the.
So you don't give fuck. It's like they can touch you, whatever.
Yeah, like I'm. Yeah.
You like do everything. Yeah, me, it's just I mean, I'm okay doing that.
I'm okay with my body, like being naked, being touched. I mean, certain things, they just don't turn me on, but I'm not in any kind of way like a don't touch me.
Yeah, certain things don't really turn me on, but sometimes with the right partner, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I dress feminine. Not today, but I usually am dressed pretty feminine. But like, I like the mentality sexually of feeling masculine. And so when someone touches me that like as feminizing me, then I'm not turned on by it unless I'm very genuinely like bonded with my partner and feel that love. Then I would let them do so. But typically, I don't like being touched in the like me feeling feminine way. Just that's because I'm weird.
I don't mind. I really enjoy being a woman in all ways, so I don't mind being feminine. And there's times where I don't mind having more of a masculine role, but I'm submissive.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
okay, then we are.
I'm like strong all day. I'm making moves, making decisions. So like,
so you're like dominant in the streets. Okay, dominant in the streets.
Really,
so
like, yeah.
Okay, I'm the opposite. Oh no, I can be dominant in both settings. Well, publicly, but in the sheets, I'm more dominant for sure. Yeah, being submissive makes me uncomfortable and turned off.
Really? I feel sexy.
Well, that's exactly where I'm sitting.
Like, yeah. But even like being more, like I said, being in the dominant role, it has like it's a totally different feeling, like totally different rush. And I like that too. But usually they just throw me down and I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm like, get off me.
I'm like, ride that rodeo. Yeah.
What the heck? I can't imagine you this way, man.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. I'm like so different. Like I dress so like I'm just really eccentric, but it's not one way for me.
Yeah.
Like even if I dress more like tomboyish or whatever,
That's not
they're
who I
still
am.
all girl clothes. You just don't
Yeah.
realize it.
There's-
They're all girl
Mm.
clothes. With mostly girl sneakers or whatever. Some male sneakers, but like I just make it look a certain way.
Mm.
I enjoy being a
Yeah.
woman always.
Yeah.
And well, I guess I used to like look like manly. I used to always wear boy clothes. I had a boy haircut like all the way until I was like 20, 21. Is then I just moved into like the bar scene area, like Montrose and such.
Mhm.
And I was constantly being out. And occasionally I would accidentally dress feminine. And I think I just liked the attention that I was getting, and people like saw me differently, and then so that's why I started getting more feminine, and then I started getting free drinks, and then I was like, you know what,
Oh, so she
I just-
doing it
Okay,
for-
I was, I mean, I don't know if I get a
girl.
free
Okay,
drink,
girl.
you know,
Yeah.
so I
Why
just dress
not?
more feminine.
That started
Welcome
your
to the
hookup
dark
culture.
side.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
and then that's the hookup culture gets confusing, and then like you know, sometimes men will like, oh yeah, they want to see me kiss their wife or some shit like that, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just also I'm a little attention whore, like I just like making a scene, but anyway, so I was
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter how I dress. Like the boys want me to. Like what we were doing the other day. It's not like I'm dressed like super like. But dudes will be like, "Hey, what's up?" I feel like I look like a bum. Like,
Oh my god,
Like,
it's
it-
always those days when I'm like, I'm purposely dressing like a bum because I don't want to be approached, and then
And
it's
you get the
those
most
days you
attention.
yeah, I'm like, ew, what? I look like I have sweatpants and I put my hair up because I just did not want to get recognized. Like I really
Yo.
just wanted to go in and out. Yeah,
I'm at the
it's
airport
so
one
weird.
day. I was speaking at a school in Virginia, and so I had to like take like a red eye to get back to Houston for whatever reason. So I'm coming through the airport, and I have on like a blue shirt with a navy blazer. I have on a hat backwards. I have on some like black and red sweatpants, these colorful socks, just looking crazy because I had stayed a little bit longer than I wanted to. And so that's just what I had left to wear. In that jacket, like I needed a jacket. I'm looking busted. I look homeless. My mom actually said that when she picked me up from the airport. She was like, "Oh my god!" But this fine ass dude was like, "Yo, what's up?" I was like, "Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now? Are you? Is this a joke?
I'm a little
Am
worried.
I getting pranked? Am I getting punked? I mean, like, what? But like, you know, when you have that energy, people do
It's the
maybe want you to kiss their
energy.
wife. You know what I mean?
Yes, y'all both have that
Damn, she's
BD
hot.
energy, both of y'all.
I know. I mean,
BD energy.
I feel like as you
I
age
like to call it
too.
BC, baby.
Oh, okay. BC energy.
Sorry, you didn't catch that word.
I'm assuming what BC.
She said we both have BD energy. I go. I prefer BC energy. No, we still lost her, guys.
Okay, we'll
Oh,
try
help
again.
her.
We'll try again.
Do you feel like hookup culture, like you as you age, you tend to care less about it?
Weirdly
What
enough,
do you
I
mean,
was
care
never.
less?
I
Like-
was never into it.
Like you're more prone to doing it, or less prone to doing it?
Less prone to do it.
It depends on the person, I think.
Like example, I feel like I was very into hookup culture when I was younger. Like I was like trying to get my body count high. I guess it's also comes from I did have a lot of guy friends at the time, and everybody's in
Mhm, and that's what they were
competition
doing.
of like, oh, who had a better, more body
Mm.
count, and so I felt like I had to be up there to be masculine or like
Right.
to be perceived like, yeah, manly. And so I would like try to hook up as much people as I could back then. But as I'm age, I feel like that doesn't really matter. And it's kind of getting gross at this point, I guess. Like it's just like the pickings. I don't know what to say. It's just not worth it to be doing that. And as you become more aware of like the diseases out there, the more crazy things you see, and makes you feel like you for sure need to be careful.
Careful.
Yeah. So do you agree?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I agree with that. Now, I don't know. Growing up, like, just religious and, having your view of the world
Both.
told to you how you should see it through your lenses. I was just like, ooh, I need to be married. Not
Me
sure if I want to
too.
have kids, but like one dude, of course, like
Both of us.
as women, it's like you don't be catching all them dead bodies, or you lose your social status. Right now, you're a hoe in these streets when dudes are doing the same thing. So scared to be called a hoe and be made fun of, like just all these stigmas and shit. So I didn't hook up really.
I didn't
In
either.
college. I probably did, but it still was like
I didn't even in college because I had a long
it
relationship.
was never a good hookup. Like never. Like
See, and
that was a lot of anticipation.
I didn't want to
For
just
nothing.
because I saw all my friends doing it. Like I was like a virgin till I was same reason with Q, like religious reasons. But even when I was younger, all my group of friends lost it so young, and they were like, "No, Brie, we're gonna keep you pure. You're gonna wait." And then they were like, "You want to end up with a baby?" One had a baby at
Hell no.
14.
I was
all my
scared
friends
to get
were,
pregnant. I don't care how many condoms you
dude,
got on.
and
I was
like
the next day I'm taking a pregnancy, like totally ignorant, but just terrified of getting pregnant.
Yeah.
At that.
When I was with my first, I was so paranoid and terrified of getting pregnant because we were just so young. But at least it was with, I was okay if it was with him. But even then, like, yeah, it was just really scary. But I would, even in college, I saw all my friends like going to frat parties and, just now they start catching stuff. You catch more stuff as you get older versus high school. And so now I'm like, ooh, I don't want to join this parade. So I feel like I'm glad I was in a long relationship to like
people aren't honest with you either.
Yeah.
They give the gift that keeps like you just
yeah, dude, I've seen
Hey, it's
so many of
cute.
my friends go through that and it like lasts with them forever sometimes. And so I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm so good. And then it's sad because I see a lot of young girls like they think it's like they find validation from hooking up with random guys every weekend, and it's just so sad. I just don't think their parents gave them the proper guidance. Like my mom talked to me about sex young. That's why I wasn't really interested in it. If anything, I was just kind of like, ew, I won't wait. Like I don't want to do that. And so I wasn't really curious about it.
Talk to you. Most women, mothers,
most parents
don't
are
actually.
awkward.
They'll tell you about being a woman and your body, but not
sex. Mm-hmm.
Like my mom wasn't. She was. She never wanted it to happen. She was like, "Oh, please, it's not happening. You're still playing basketball. Thank God." Yep, pretty sure she's a virgin.
Distracted.
Thank God, right?
I'm pretty sure she is.
So it wasn't a conversation she was comfortable with. Like my mom wasn't gonna be buying me condoms like that. Like my aunties and stuff would be like, "Here you go," in front of her, and I'm like.
So did you used to hook up with men when you were younger?
Yeah.
Oh, I have never. Maybe that's the difference there. That's why. Well, I was given the talk because my mom had me young. She was pregnant at like 16.
Mine 15.
Yeah, and so dang, we on okay. And so that's why I was given the conversation, because she just didn't want me to do what she did. But I mean, obviously I didn't, and then I was definitely very tomboy back then, and then she found out.
Too. That probably had a lot to do with it too, because I was like a tomboy. I didn't start getting girly until like when I graduated, like the end of high school. Maybe I started becoming a lot more girly. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, my mom found out I was talking to girls at 15. So, if anything, I was given more of the talk of like I was confused and all that.
That was your talk.
Yeah, that was the talk that I was given, and I was like, oh, maybe I am, because I also grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I thought I was gonna get kicked out because of religion wise. I was like hardcore like Jehovah's Witness, like up until I realized I was gay. I was like hardcore, like if I saw you at a Christmas tree, I'm like, we're all gonna die. Like I need to leave this room. Like I legit thought God was coming to destroy me because I'm celebrating Christmas with you, or I'm in the presence of that holiday.
I felt like that too, like I was gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, and so just being put in situations like that, like it's just traumatizing, and that's why I lived every day like it's my last, because I thought I was gonna die by God. But yeah, that's so hookup culture. I was trauma dumping.
That's what this is here for.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all kind of
traumatized.
my own stuff. I mean, me like coming out to my mom, it was really, really difficult.
How old are you?
Like 22 maybe.
Mm.
22, I think so. I
Hmm.
was in 2018. Yeah, 22, 23, yeah.
2018 is when you came out.
No. I was counting back 10 years. I needed that as a reference point to see
Oh,
how old
okay.
I
I
was,
was
girl. I'm
like,
just doing some math.
yeah, the math wasn't math.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You got to get in here sometimes. But yeah, it was difficult, and mainly the religious aspect of it. Like a little background about me. Like grew up like Christian. Babysitter was Jewish. My church that I ended up going to like in when I got a little bit older
Mhm.
was Methodist, and I went to a Baptist college. So like it's a lot of religion going on here, no matter how you spend it. So that was hard to kind of get over because I felt terrible about myself and decisions that I made and how I felt. Pray the gay away, stuff like that.
I hated seeing my gay friends. Like when I was Catholic, we would do those little like confirmation classes or something. And then
Mhm.
my friends who are gay, they're like, "Does God hate me? I feel like God hates me." And I'm like, "No,
Damn.
dude. I think God created you the way you're supposed to be created.
Right? He knew what he was doing.
He knew."
Right?
Like there's no mistakes.
Well, might have said
God
it's
does
a
not make
mistake,
mistakes.
right? Yeah.
That's what I always told them, and I still believe that.
But religion is a form of control.
Mm-hmm.
So once I took back a little bit of their power or whatever, I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
I don't judge it.
Yeah.
We talk about Buddhism and all kind of stuff.
Yes,
too,
I
right?
love Buddhism. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. And it's not even a religion, it's more of a spiritual
More of a
way of
practice.
being. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Hooking up and stuff.
Yeah. Go get checked. I'll make another episode about like why I chose the celibacy path. It's like a spiritual reasoning. Y'all know about it.
Well, you already know how I feel about that. You got to test drive that car.
I respect
Yeah.
that. I respect
Yeah,
that.
I feel like you definitely test drive the
That,
car before
like,
you buy
how
it,
that-
but
Like that connection, sometimes the connection is not strong with me and it doesn't transcend.
Mhm.
The kissing doesn't mean good this or sometimes it's.
I agree. I already been in relationships where like they were
Right.
treating me so good, but then we would have sex, and the sex is what
It-
made me lose interest.
You just don't do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and it's not the connection. It's not that they don't kiss,
But to each their own. I mean, we're all human. We're all
Sure.
like different
still
ways and
test
different
driving that car.
mindsets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, you're submissive, I'm dominant. Like we already have different like wiring. Like just like she likes more emotional.
Mm-hmm. We're all wired different. And that's beautiful.
That's how you hook up, man. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all stay safe, man.
I got a speed dating, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's going
You
to
be
speed
careful.
Nah, they're most of the people I met are like just ended up just being friends. They're not really my type.
How many minutes do you go around?
I think it's like 5-minute conversations, and then you just go and switch to each person.
Are there some where you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be over?
I mean, most of the people that were talking, they were just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe them. They were just interesting people
Yeah.
that were either twice my age or had nothing going for them, like career wise, like or anything at all. They weren't doing anything. Some brought, I don't know. I saw one that had a cat while we're talking like this. She's like petting like.
Not a cat lady. Oh no.
And I was like, oh, how cute.
Don't you think maybe
Anyway.
you should just stay home?
You didn't want to keep her home. You gotta bring her.
Allergies.
I saw some like she wasn't drawing during my speed dating, but I saw that her paper was covered in drawings. So obviously, whoever she was talking to before me, she wasn't talking; she was just drawing. So I'm like, "Ooh, damn! I wonder who she was talking to. That was like that bad."
Made a whole portrait.
Yeah, she had a whole portrait.
Girl.
I even said it. I was like, "Who gave you enough time for you to draw while talking to them?"
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, she couldn't have been upset to draw a whole portrait of the person.
No, it wasn't of the person. She was just doodling.
Oh, just
Doodling.
something.
So obviously-
somewhere else.
Yeah.
She was
Okay,
obviously
okay,
not
okay.
talking, just doodling.
This is at
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder if she
That's
got
interesting.
They do it every Thursday, singles night, where they do the speed dating. You just sign up and then you just switch on. They give you a number. Then at the end, they'll tell you. Well, after the event ends, they'll tell you who you matched up with and said your same number. Then y'all can
Interesting.
connect.
I want to do it just for fun. Just
Yeah, I was doing
wanted
it just
to
for
see- We could
fun.
be friends after.
It's a real life
Yeah,
Tinder right
I
there.
still
Right?
it is.
Which is better.
I did
think-
become with some friends people there. I think like I made at least three friends from it that I actually just hung out with already twice this weekend, just because I'm always there. But I guess so are they. But highly recommend the experience. I've always wanted to go on speed dating, and like I had just looked it up like days before I saw that it was happening. I was like, oh shit! Like I've been looking for this. I would do it again just because it was interesting to like fastly
Yeah.
meet people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should do it. I consider doing a straight one.
Okay.
It'd be wasting my time, but I'd still do it.
Yeah. We should just do it for fun.
Straight girls love me.
Me too. I don't know.
I'd love to.
Me too.
I tried to.
I'm just playing. I know you didn't mean like that kind of straight.
Well, I don't think they'd put me with the straight girls. I think they'd put me with the men, like to talk to the men the entire time. That's why I said I feel like they would waste my time.
I feel you.
Maybe hookup culture. I don't know.
Hookup culture.
All right.
So-
yeah, we got something for y'all next time.
Next
I'm not sure.
time.
I don't know if I want to talk about celibacy. We need two topics.
Why I do it.
Same
Trying
thing.
the new. Yes.
It's
But
it's a painful word.
I wanted to end the podcast with a quote because I said I'd start doing that,
Yeah.
and I've been bad about not doing it. So this one's by Nikola Tesla. Great moments are born with great opportunity. I don't know if that has anything to do with hookup culture, but
It
I love
sounds like
these
an
inspiring quotes that I like to share at the end that I will start doing.
That's
know,
cute.
yeah.
Yeah. Opportunity to hook up.
I hate you.
I thought that's what we were playing.
You beat me to it.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna get some opportunities. So nice. Let me find out.
You'll find somebody at the next big meeting to hook up with.
Jesus.
It's like, this is why I go to Pearl every day because I don't know what who I'm gonna miss out on. Not what I'm gonna miss out on. You never know.
These
There's
are,
also a lot
these
of
are
events.
I feel like I'm like the little introvert out of us three because I only like to go out if I'm forced to, or if I'm I'm go-go
what are you
dancing.
about to say?
I'm like, yeah,
I'm always out.
Don't like.
How often do you go out?
I gotta be in a mood. I don't really like clubs like that. I like
Yeah, I
more
don't
of a
like
bar
clubs.
scene,
But like
not when
in
it starts
general.
turning into clubs.
like out like
Mhm.
like maybe twice a week.
oh way more. I'm only home like once or twice a week.
I love being home.
No, I didn't
I
say
love
I'm
being
at
in my
home.
bed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said I
See,
go out.
See, that's what I mean. I'm either a bar, restaurant, like some type of event or sport.
No, my room's my sanctuary. That's cute. Well, you've been in it too, so I love being home.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. Well,
So-
All right,
thank you so
guys.
much
Thanks
for
tuning
being
in
here with us, girl.
and
Yeah,
listening
man.
to our girl talk.
Bye.
Talk to y'all next time. Bye.